One thing about my dress for this afternoon, blame my mom. My message tonight is on doing others, and I'm Zack. I'm the youth pastor this week. We've had a blast this week working with the senior citizens, and on Monday we kind of creeped around the neighborhood and left flowers by people's doorsteps. Anybody get one? Tuesday we went back in time and put on costumes and everything, and we took pictures from the church of the younger generation showing the older generation what technology was, like texting, movies, or Wednesday night, I'm sorry. And Thursday we played bingo, and I think it was rigged. Because none of the youth didn't win that much. But it was a blast, and I had a blast and everything. At first, I thought I wasn't going to be able to come because I have golf matches and everything, but the Lord made it rain, and then I guess I ended up here at church. But in the book of Luke, Luke 6:31 says, "Do to others as you would like them to do to you." It's kind of the golden rule, you know about it. It's actually mentioned twice, once in Matthew and then once in Luke. And it's basically saying, what would we do to ourselves that we wouldn't do to someone else? And also in Matthew 25:40 states, "And the king will say, I tell you the truth, when you did it to one of the least of these, my brothers and sisters, you were doing it to me." Why would God want us to do this? Why do He want us to treat people the way that we wanted to be treated? Now, I want you to close your eyes real quick and think about this. God made man in the image of Him. So when we treat others badly, we're treating God badly. And just picture the person that, would ruin your life, would just do all this bad stuff about them. Even they are created in the image of God. So do unto others as you would do unto God, not just do unto others as you do yourself. And there's three things that you can do to a person: actions, words, and thoughts. Actions are what we do and how they affect people. There's a movie I watched. It's called To Save a Life. Has anybody heard of it? Anybody watched it? Well, for the older folks, it is a movie about this boy named Jake Taylor, I think. Taylor. He was Mr. Popular. He was the basketball star. He went to all the parties. He was just the man. He had the perfect girlfriend, the perfect life. But he was missing something. And he found it after one of his friends committed suicide for being bullied throughout high school. He didn't feel like he fit in. And so he went to this church, and he met this youth group, and he got saved and everything. And he started trying to live for God, but his friends would mock him. His girlfriend got pregnant, and his father was committing adultery with his mother. And so his life was falling apart. He actually lost his college scholarship so he could stay with his girlfriend. But it just shows you how actions speak louder than words sometimes. I mean, Roger, his deceased friend, that was his child. They grew up together. They played basketball and everything together. And just to see what someone can do to a person that drive them so far to commit suicide. I mean, Miss Shawn has been witness to this as well. She works in the educational system over at South Carolina. And cyberbullying and just bullying in general is very bad. It's just the actions of what you do to a person can just drive them crazy until they snap finally. And then the second one is words. Words are what you say to somebody that can affect them. Now, how many of you seen Mean Girls? Anybody raise their hand? Guys, too? It's this movie about this exchange student who tries to fit in with the in crowd, and they have this thing called the burn book. Anybody know that? It's this book where they gossip about girls in the school. And sooner or later, the burn book actually destroys the whole school and throws it into utter chaos and everything. And it just spirals out of control all over the place. And that just shows you that words can lead to actions, which can lead to treating others wrongly. And the third one is thoughts. They're what we think that drive us crazy, and then they affect someone else. And I know Mom's going to kill me for this, but Mom worries a lot.
No, you don't.
I mean, she worries about me, Austin, the cat. Just every little thing she can worry about, she does. And she's just a worry wart. And that she gets kind of cranky sometimes too. I love you, Mom. And she just kind of doesn't take it out on us, but she has to take it out somehow. And it's just built up frustration, stress, and all this other stuff. And it's just that one thought can get into your head, and it just ruin your whole day. Has anybody ever had that? That one thought. And it can just ruin your whole day if you let it. But then again, it can't. See, the way I try to live life is just live and let live. It's kind of just go with the flow, you know, stuff. It's just kind of hard sometimes because those thoughts are backed by words, which can lead to actions. So really, it's kind of like a circle. How thoughts lead to words, words lead to actions, actions lead to thoughts, and this keeps on going and going and going. So really,